Hello students, now let us continue with the remaining chapter. Today we'll start from the topic interpreting contours on the topo sheet. Students, you are well aware of you are well aware of the definition of contours. What are contours? Contours are lines joining the places of same elevation. So in a nutshell, we can say that contours are imaginary lines that join the place of same elevation. Since they join the place of same elevation, that's why they are also called isohypes. Iso means equal and hype means height. Let's see the essentials of contouring. Slope of the land is determined by spacing. So spacing, by means of spacing, let us see here the spacing of contours. You see the contour lines. What are these? These are the imaginary lines, the contour lines, and the spacing you see in the left. The contour lines appear to be farther apart. See, they appear farther apart. So such a slope depicts a gentle slope, whereas on the other hand, you see the contour lines appear to be what? Back to back, that is, they appear to be closer, that's why they are steep slope. So students, you remember well that whenever you are asked to depict the sloping, so how will you be able to depict the sloping? By means of spacing. So the moment you find the contour lines appearing to be what, farther apart, just you must say that the slope depicted is gentle slope. On the other hand, you can say the contour lines that appear back to back or closer, they are the what, steep slope. Now let us see some relief features or some landscape by means of contours. So here conical hill. You see conical hills shown by close contour, almost circular in shape, and the spaces between contours are uniform. You see the contour line, what they appear, they are circular, and spacing between them, you see they are uniform. Again, to remind this, you can say uh, slope by means of spacing. You see the contour lines appearing farther apart, they are what, gentle slope, they will be the gentle slope, and on the other hand, you see the contour lines when they appear to be closer or back to back, what happened, they are steep slope. Next, that is ridge. A ridge or mountain ridge is a geographical feature consisting of chain of mountain or hills that form a continuous elevated crest for some distance. The crest, this is the crest here, you see. Actually what happens, this is the ridge, and you can say, and its projection when it will be viewed from the space, or you can say when aerial view would be taken, then it will appear like this. As we know very well, in mapping, basically what happens, only two dimensions are shown. You can say that the length and breadth, but no height. This is the what picture of watershed ridge, and here again by means of, you can see the projection, the contours, it has been shown the steep slope, and here by means of the, you can say contour lines, it has been shown the deep slope, you can say what gentle slope. And the, you have to know that the sloping or the spacing where they are, you can say closer, and they indicate the steep slope, they are also called scarp slope. On the other hand, the sloping or the, you can say contours which appear to be further apart, such a slope indicates deep slope, DIP, deep slope. Next landform or relief feature, plateau. Students, you might be knowing very well what is a plateau. A plateau is a landform which has gentle or steep slope but flat top. And since it is flat at the top, that's why it is also called tableland. Okay, so once again, what is a plateau? Plateau is a landform which have steep or gentle slope but flat top, and since they are flat at the top, that's why they are also called tableland. You see, its aerial view would be like this. Next one is cliff. A cliff is a very steep rock or hill overlooking a sea. It is represented by a sudden merging of several contours at one point. The students see here the position of the contours. Do they merge at a single point here? Yes, they do. You see here one, two, three contours. They appear to be meeting at a point here, and since they meet or merge, they they show the cliff or steep gradient here. And similarly, cliff appears like this, but if its aerial view would be taken, then it will appear like it. Next is waterfall. A waterfall is formed when there is a sudden fall of water over a steep rock into the riverbed. Students, you ought to know why in the riverbed what you can say waterfall, they make several shots of rivers in there. You can say course, they make several shots of valleys like V-shaped valley, I-shaped valley, and U-shaped valleys. Here it has been shown that whenever there is a steep slope, two or three contours are shown merging together. Students, see here, two to three contours, they appear to be merged at a point here, and such a, you can say, projection depict a what, waterfall, and also the and the slope depicted by them, that is steep slope. So this one is the example of V-shaped valley. And students, won't forget that the rivers in their course make valleys like U-shaped valley, I-shaped valley, and I-shaped valley. Next is feature a pass, saddle, col, and gap. What is pass? A pass is formed between two hills or mountains and serves as a land route across a mountain range. Students, you might have heard and read about several passes like Nathula, Shipkila, Bomdila, Jojila, etc. So, a pass is formed between two hills or mountains. You see, this is the position of col. Col is formed between the ridge of a watershed. Thereafter, saddle. You see the next one, saddle. It is a shallow depression between two peaks. What is it? It is a shallow depression between two peaks. Here these are the two peaks, and between this you can say this is a depression, and this depression, that is known as saddle. Students, won't get panic, since I would be supplying you with PDF as well. So you must go through the video patiently. Thereafter, you must go through the PDF as well. Thereafter, let us move to the next point, that is types of settlement or settlement patterns. So since you'll be studying about different settlement patterns, these are nucleated or clustered, linear settlement, and scattered or dispersed settlement. Students, see, this is the part of topo sheet. Topo sheet or topo map, you can say. I'll show you the full-fledged size of a topo sheet. You see here, this type of topo sheet, or you can say topo map, would be provided to you in the examination, not in 8th standard, rather in the 10th standard. So similar, you can say, topo sheet would be provided, and question would be based on these this topo sheet. Okay, sometime the topo sheet asked in the examination is 45 divided by 7, and sometime it is asked 45 divided by 10. They alternate. They are the maps of Rajasthan and Gujarat. Students, let us deal with the settlement pattern. Basically, you need to indicate two things here. You see, the by means of this position, you can say permanent hut. This is the indication of permanent hut, and this is a temporary hut. And if we, for example, let us see here, a place has been indicated, dendri. Dendri, you see here, the clustering is more here. The, you can say, permanent hut appears to be large in number, and here also you can see a place called, it is Karza. Karza, you see the permanent huts, and this clogging, or you can say when the huts appear to be numerous, or they appear in large number, what do would they indicate? Definitely they will indicate the nucleated or clustered settlement pattern. Third um, settlement pattern. Next is linear settlement. These are the settlements which usually develop on either side of a main road with a view to provide services like hotels, shop, etc. You see, such a pattern of settlement is called linear pattern. Thereafter, the last one, that is scattered settlement pattern. What is it? In these, the permanent huts and hutments are isolated or scattered. You see the here red spots. No, these are the huts, and they are situated at, you can say, they are situated at far apart and bit spaced, so you can say that at distant, so you can say neither we are able to see the clustering of these huts, nor we are able to see the you can say linear pattern. So what type of is it? It is a scattered or dispersed settlement, since the huts appear to be farther apart. That's why, students, at the same time you also ought to know the compass direction well. You see, and you know rather, the arrow pointing towards the top of a map indicate north, towards the bottom it indicates this south, towards left it indicates west, towards right it indicates east. And these are the cardinal directions: north, south, east, west. These are the cardinal directions or main directions. At the same time, students, there are also intermediate direction or subdirection. What are intermediate or subdirection? The direction between two main directions. The direction between two main directions are called intermediate or subdirection. So between north and east, northeast, north and west, northwest, south and west, southwest, south and east, southeast. Before stopping the class, you can say, or concluding, make the conclusion for today. Let us see once again the settlement pattern in the topo sheet. For example, here, see, it's a place Anthroli. Place Anthroli. What type of settlement pattern does this place Anthroli indicate? You see a huge cluster of what, permanent huts. Definitely it is nucleated one. Okay, similarly you can see here, you can see here also clustering, a huge clustering, so you can say nucleated one. Thereafter, village Rampura, here you can say it also indicating, you can say, clustering. Here you can see the example of, you can say, what, linear pattern. And lastly, example of, you can say, scattered one. You can see these red, you can say, permanent huts, na? Okay, I hope you could understand these things well. you have understood the settlement pattern, you understood the, you can say, various features, landforms, and how to find the spacing, or you can say how to determine the slope by means of the spacing. You could also know about certain features like uh, contours, form lines, HOs. These all, as they will be helping you a lot in understanding the things. So students won't be panic. So I would like to advise you all that go through the video well, and thereafter back to back I'm supplying you with the PDF as well, and go through it well. At the same time, I'm also supplying with the exercise. Try to do the exercise and make yourself ensure that you have understood, and the effort has been too little or more helpful for you. With this, I would like to conclude the thing today, and very soon I'll be starting the second chapter. So, dear students, um tomorrow is Sunday. So, what you do today and day after tomorrow, you must utilize the time well and go through these PDF and the video as well, and plan the strategy, make the exercise, and try to what grasp the chapter. So let us have the video next video soon.